Dear students of CBSE Class 10, today we will discuss Chapter 6 Manufacturing Industries from Geography section. Listen to the discussion till the end and try to solve the questions given at the end of the lecture. I am sure that it will help you to score high marks in the examination. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. This whole chapter has been divided into 9 main topics to bring out the gist of the chapter. Let's start step by step. Now, first of all, number 1, the topic is what is manufacturing industry. Before going to start manufacturing industry, we must know what is manufacturing industry. So, manufacturing industries are those that engage in production of goods in large quantities after processing from raw materials to more valuable products. That is the definition of manufacturing industry. Next topic number 2, importance of manufacturing industries. So, what are the importance of manufacturing industry? Manufacturing industries are not only helping in modernizing the agriculture, they also reduce the heavy dependence on agricultural sector. Number 1. Number 2, it helps to eradicate unemployment, poverty, and bring down the disparity. Number 3, it brings in much needed foreign exchange by exporting a wide variety of furnished goods. Number 4, development and competitiveness of manufacturing industries also help farmers to increase their production. These are all the manufacturing industries' importance. Now, next topic is number 3, contribution of industry to national economy. Let's see the contribution. Contribution of industry, first of all, over the last 2 decades, the share of manufacturing sector has stagnated at 17% of GDP out of a total of 27% for the industries. Thus, this is much lower in comparison to some East Asian economies where it is 25 to 35%. To increase productivity and competitiveness, the National Manufacturing Competitiveness Council, NMCC, has been set up. So, this is the condition of the contribution of our manufacturing industry to the national economy. Next topic is industrial location, where to locate this industry. Now, it's mainly influenced by availability of the raw materials, labor, capital power and market. So the appropriate location for an industry is where all the factors of industrial productions are either available or can be arranged at the lower cost. That is the choice of the location how to make. Now, next is number 5. That is topic is classification of industries. How can we classify on the various bases? Number 1, on the basis of raw materials, agro-based and mineral-based industries. Now, number 2, on the basis of their main role, basic or key industry and consumer industries. Number 3, on the basis of capital investment, small scale industry and large scale industry. Number 4, on the basis of ownership, public sector, private sector and joint sector and cooperative sector industries. And number 5, on the basis of bulk and weight of raw materials and finished goods. That is heavy and light industries. These are the 5 categories of industries on the basis of various divisions. Now, next is number 6 topic, agro-based industries, which is very important in India because India is an agricultural country. Now, agro-based industry means those industries depends on agricultural products as raw materials like cotton, jute, sugar industry, etc. Number 1, cotton textiles. It is an ancient industry in India. After the 18th century, power looms came into use. Our traditional industries suffered a setback during the colonial period because they could not compete with the mill-produced clothes from England. Our trade in garments at present, it is only 4% of the world total production. It is facing several problems today due to irregular supply of electricity, old and outdated machineries, low output of laborers and steep competition with the synthetic fiber industry, so and so. These are the problem of this industry. Next is our jute textiles. India is the largest producer of raw jute and stands at second place as an exporter after Bangladesh. Challenges faced by this industry include stiff competition in the international market from synthetic substitutes and from other competitors like Bangladesh, Brazil, Egypt, etc. Next is sugar industry. India stands second as a world producer of sugar but occupy the first place in the production of gur and khandasari. Major challenges in this industry include all the seasonal nature of the industry. This industry depends on the season only. And number two is old and inefficient methods of production. Number four, transport delay in reaching came to the factories, etc. Now, transportation problem. Next comes our mineral-based industries. These are two main industries, agro-based and mineral-based. Now, next is number 7. The topic is mineral-based industries. Let's see the mineral-based industries. Mineral-based industries means industries that use minerals and metals as raw materials are called mineral-based industries. Like iron and steel industry, like aluminium smelting industry, chemical industry, fertilizer industry, cement industry, automobile industry, information technology and electronics industry. All these are called that is mineral-based industries. One by one explanation. First of all, iron and steel industry. It is the basic industry since all other industries depend on it for their machinery. India is an important iron and steel producing country in the world, but India is facing some problems in this particular industry like high cost and limited availability of the cooking coal, lower productivity of the labor, irregular supply of energy and poor our infrastructure. So these are the problems facing by the iron and steel industry. Next, that is mineral industry, aluminium smelting industry. It is the second most important metallurgical industry in India. It has gained popularity as a substitute of steel, copper, zinc and lead in a number of industries. Bauxite is the raw material of aluminium. So next, this mineral industries means chemical industry. Chemical industry, it is the third largest in Asia and occupies the 12th place in the world in terms of its size. It contributes approximately 3% of the GDP and it comprises both large and small scale manufacturing units and these industries are widely spread over the country. Next is fertilizer industry. The fertilizer industry is centered around the production of nitrogenous fertilizers, phosphatic fertilizers and ammonium phosphates and the complex fertilizers which have a combination of nitrogen N, phosphate P and potash K. Potash is entirely imported as the country does not have any reserves of it. Now, next is our cement industry. Cement is essential for construction activities such as building houses, factories, bridges, roads, etc. This industry requires bulky and heavy raw materials like limestone, like silica, like alumina and gypsum. And next is automobile industry. Automobile industry provides vehicles for quick transport of goods and services and the passengers. This industry had developed rapidly in the last 20 years. Next is our information technology and electronics industry. This electronic industry includes a large number of products like transistor, like television, like telephone, like cellular telecom, etc. And this IT industry has employed a large number of population. Thus, it helps to reduce the problem of unemployment. And Bangalore has emerged as the electronic capital of India. And next is mineral-based industries and industrial-based industry and the mineral-based industry and agro-based industry. This already finished. Now, because of this development, there is some problem. The problem is industrial pollution and environmental degradation. So see what type of problem we are facing for that development. Naturally, where there is a positive side, negative side is also there. Let us see. Undoubtedly, the rapid growth in industries has to considerable economic growth. But it has also led to the increase in pollution of land, water, air, noise, and eventually it results the degradation of environment. First of all, air pollution. It is caused by the presence of high proportion of undesirable gases like the sulfur dioxide and the carbon monoxide, etc. Air pollution adversely affects human health, animals, plants, buildings, and the atmosphere as a whole. Next is water pollution. It is caused by the organic and inorganic industrial wastes and the effluents discharged into the rivers. Next is thermal pollution. It occurs when hot water from factories and thermal plant is drained into the rivers and ponds before cooling, which seriously affect on aquatic life. Next is noise pollution. It causes due to industrial and construction activities. It results in irritation and anger. It can also create the problem of hearing problem, causes the hearing problem and increase our blood pressure, BP. Now, see, next is our control. How to control this problem? Control of environmental degradation. The time has come to decide about the matter. So, the measures taken. Various ways should be adopted to control the environmental degradation. NTPC has taken various steps towards environmental protection and preserving the national resources. Some measures are: number one, that is particulate matter in the air can be reduced by fitting smokestacks to the factory with the fabric filters. And also electrostatic precipitators, etc., must be fitted for the protection of the air pollution. Next is that harvesting rainwater to meet water requirements of industries and other domestic purposes for our scarcity of water to protect. Next is trading. That is number is treating the through primary, secondary, and the tertiary treatment. The hot water, and that is called thermal pollution. Hot water and effluent before releasing them in the rivers and the ponds, we must treat it through the primary, secondary, and tertiary treatment process. Now, next is machinery and equipmental things can be fitted with silencers to avoid the noise pollution, etc. In this way, we can control different types of pollutions we are facing nowadays. Students, today's lecture is over. The most important questions from this chapter: number one, manufacturing industry is considered the backbone of economic development of India. Give reasons. Number two, state any 5 bases on which industries are classified. Now, question number 3 from this chapter, very important question. Explain the significance of textile industry in India. Number 4, explain the main factors which are responsible for the concentration of jute mills along the banks of Hooghly River. Number 5, why is iron and steel industry called the basic or key industry? Number 6, explain the 5 measures to control industrial pollution in India. All these questions are very important. If you understand properly, you can write yourself. Thanks a lot to watch till the end. Write all the doubts in the comment box so that I can help you. Thank you all.